and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. We're live. Happy Sunday. How are you all doing?
It would be way cooler if people could see you because you're 3/4 in frame and 1/4 out. Hello everybody. Happy Sunday. Hello Evie is alive forever. Hello Psycho. Hello Bedinzis. Hello everybody. How are you doing?
Happy Sunday. And for those that are wondering, today,
hello Snowy. Happy Sunday to you.
I'm not feeling cheeky, and this here is just a black tea with milk. Like, no more adventures for me, I've learned. And hi, Snowy. Guess who just finished
the last Zero Escape Pod. Nice. You watched, how many were there? 14, I want to say. That was quite a bit. Yeah.
It was a lot.
I remember that. How did you like it? Also, really
quick. Thank you for always watching our VODs as well, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate
it. Very
much
much appreciated. Today I will be extra nervous once again. I've built a new PC. This is the first stream coming from the new PC. I didn't want to stream Virtue's Last Reward as the first one because things might go wrong, and if stuff breaks then that's gonna suck. But I didn't think of that ahead when I posted the schedule, and as I've given Tifa crap for making changes last minute, once I post the schedule, I will stick to the schedule, unless I have a very good reason.
Not set in stone, right?
And my anxious ass is not good enough of a reason, so I bit the bullet, freaked out a little bit during the pre-setup stream stuff, because I forgot to set up one thing, but now it's working.
It's literally us deciding what we play.
Everything, I don't care, everything seems to be going smoothly as far as it can. I mean, my brain isn't, but that's fine, that's normal. And here we are. If anything is weird, if sound is weird, if anything looks weird, other than my face, please let me know. Because we've had all the issues during our tests yesterday, and I think I've squashed all the bugs. I hope so.
You did really well though.
I hope so.
Basically spent the entire afternoon setting everything up again.
And doing taxes.
Which
sucked.
And if you're wondering, if Jack was doing all of this for hours.
What did Tifa do?
What did Tifa do? Well, I was the mental support who was totally not in the way of things.
She brought me coffee. She was very understanding of my complaints and my bitching, and I am so very happy to have you.
Basically, I'm the mascot. But you did really well. Good job.
I hope so. This stream will show.
I didn't understand 1% of everything. So.
As long as we're live, that's good.
I have a really annoying eyelash at the moment. So I'll be doing that a lot today, I think.
Left reaction to the face reveal. Wait. Oh wait, Zero Escape VOD. Wait. I'm still super happy about what you said. Still super happy, still super appreciative. I don't mean to change that, but I was thinking of 999. You're talking about Virtue's Last Reward, which is just as important because that's what we're going to play later today. So, yeah, you will hear it again during the Tifa recap.
Basically. Also,
we're talking about last stream.
How far did you get in 999?
Oh, did my first playthrough of 999. How are you enjoying it?
How are you enjoying all the maps? Or did it not start with math yet?
I think the first room isn't that bad. Okay, got the knife ending first, so you've done that.
Yeah.
How do you like doing the maths versus what you've seen us do in Virtue's Last Reward, which is more like logic puzzles, I would say, color stuff? And a little bit of math. Like, there's way less math in this one compared to the first one.
The other one, yeah.
It's doable. Yeah.
Also, wait, the knife ending, isn't that also the one we got first?
I think so.
I remember being a bit shocked at that. It's like, you also don't get to see who kills you, right? That's that one.
No, you don't.
That was very dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
A Mori one, but I haven't finished it. Don't worry, take your time. Like, I am super elated that people are actually watching the stuff we put on YouTube. I'm super happy about that.
Basically,
so watch at whenever it's convenient for you. I mean, they're usually like 2.5 to 3.5-ish hours, depending on how long the stream was. So
Basically.
there's no rush.
They can be long, but we also we have some hard drives with like our VODs and stuff on it. But this way we also have it online as like a backup.
Yes.
Like might as well. But...
And you can't watch it if it's on a hard drive behind me. So.
At least now it feels like there's a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like your phrasing, but that's because I'm very nitpicky about these things. But yes,
you know what I'm trying to say.
It is saved and archived for posterity's sake.
Yeah, there's a point in saving all of it.
Yes. Maybe one day we'll give you the Blu-ray editions. We are recording at Blu-ray
12,000 hour edition.
Like, the copy I got on the hard drive is the utmost quality. I think YouTube is still better than Twitch because Twitch needs to get their shit together with settings. Where's that voice coming from? But yes, maybe one day.
Basically.
Didn't see who stabbed me, yeah.
Okay, I'm quite sure that's also the first ending we got back then.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It was probably Pushmaster 5000, the bastard.
Who's that?
Who? Wait, let me think. Who would you call Pushmaster 5000? Wait. Also, I'm thrown off. This computer sounds different than the old one. And it's like, if you... The only, like, story I have that is similar to this is from my dad. To those of you that drive a car, if you have driven that car for a while, you know what everything sounds like, right? You know, like when you press a button, you know what it sounds like. When you put on the turn signals, you know all the sounds. And it's the same here. It's like I feel like I'm sitting in a different room somehow, and it's slightly throwing me off because the old one is over there.
The old one is definitely a bit louder.
And with this one, I could tell you if I needed to dust the fans because of the fan sounds. That's how anal I am about these details. But with this one, I can't hear it. And that throws me off.
If we would need to dust it already, that would be quite bad.
Not yet.
Then we have a problem in this house.
Only a few days old. Yes.
I was gonna say, when did you complete setting it up? Last week?
A week ago. Something like that, yeah. Oh, the cargo room for block puzzle. Yeah, I hated that one. How long did we take for that?
You're already there.
An hour, I think.
We were there
45 minutes?
An hour? No, not that long. I mean, we were stuck forever. On it, but it wasn't.
It felt like forever.
It definitely wasn't an hour.
It was not an easy time for us. The block puzzle was pretty rough.
I mean, it was rough, but we didn't spend an hour on it.
I remember it taking forever. So you have my booklet.
Well, I thought you gave it to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what do I give you today? Do I give you controls? Do I give you the prediction booklet? Do I give you everything and I just sit here and be my own sexy self? Because you complain when I write down, you complain when I don't write down.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, you do everything. I'll just sit here and be snarky, I guess.
Well, if you want to play today, you can play and I'll take the booklet. Otherwise, I'll just play and you take the booklet. Like,
no, I want you to feel more like I do when sometimes it's like you do everything. Like on an input kind of level. It's not like you do nothing.
No, that's fine. Then you play today. Give me this booklet.
No, you do that too.
This is my booklet.
You've got two hands, don't you? Just juggle things.
I only have one. Like this one is busy. It's busy.
This weekend I encountered a YouTube video that I've since watched something like 30 times that managed to hook me. Okay. What's it about?
At some point it has like 1 million views and all of them are...
Can't happen.
Really?
Yes. From my understanding from the last time I looked this up, if you rewatch or click on the same video multiple times, it only counts 4. You cannot...
There's a max of 4. Okay.
I mean, you can watch it as often as you want and you can keep refreshing, clicking on the page as often as you want, but it only counts up to 4 views per video per day.
That kind of makes sense for like bot farming.
Exactly.
Or view farming, I think it's
so that you don't just have somebody sit there with like their finger on the F5 button and just keeps refreshing and say, oh look, I have 10 trillion views. No, it makes sense when I do it.
That would be handy. Yeah.
Have you had any YouTube videos recently that like hooked you that you keep rewatching?
I gotta say, I haven't really watched YouTube videos very often.
I put them on for background sound, usually it's music. I started listening to the Arcane soundtrack again. And have that on in the background.
That's really good.
Yeah, my problem is that after like halfway into the first song, I get so into the music, it distracts me from work. And then usually I put on something else, because like something where it's still sound, but it's more like white noise to me.
I already have a back, or I already have.
You do have a back, yes. I can confirm Tifa is not two-dimensional. There is a backside to all of it.
Now, I already have some issues with listening to music while working. Because I always like start singing along or whatever, and then it's like, okay, what am I actually doing right now?
Could be cute, could be really annoying for your co-workers, depending on, you know.
Oh, they're used to that.
Okay, what... Do you sing like anime openings? Or?
My colleague hates it. Like he already hates like musicals and stuff, so sometimes...
How can you hate music?
I know, right? So sometimes I'm just like singing.
Has your colleague watched
songs.
Hamilton?
Don't think so, no.
I feel like, I don't know, musicals for me are hit or miss because they just are. I haven't seen too many that I loved. But Hamilton changed my life.
Hamilton was good.
The idea of watching something that is almost like 4 hours long, like a stage play to me, was always like, wake me up when it's over. But then we did watch it on Disney Plus back when it came out. And yeah.
I still want to see...
It taught me US history.
Like the Lion King and stuff. I mean, at some point they're gonna stop.
No, it's making money. Why would they stop?
I still remember when it first came out and it was like 1 year only. And then the year was over and it's like prolonged because of great success. And then at some point it's like 10-year anniversary. And I think it's now like a standard thing.
Like, I don't think Germany really has like a Broadway kind of thing like New York or the US has. So over here you have stages in like the major cities, like Hamburg is really big, Berlin has a few, Munich has some, and Stuttgart for some reason.
I believe Hamburg is more musical, like the Lion King, Hamilton, all of that stuff. Berlin is more focused on the classical crowds, I believe. And Stuttgart, I'm not sure.
Oh, Blue Man Group too. They have their... I mean, I don't know if it's like the Blue Man Group people are the same ones everywhere. Like if it's just with, like, was it 3 guys traveling? Or if there's multiple Blue Men groups. I don't know. But yeah, there's one in Berlin as well.
I believe in Berlin they have like their own theater.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like their own thingy just for them, I believe. I'm not fully sure.
König der Löwen, the Lion King, but German, has been in Hamburg since the 2nd of December 2001. It's been running for nigh on 22 years straight, which is impressive as hell.
It really is, but I've heard it's really good. I remember as a teenager back then.
2000, yeah.
I gifted my mom tickets to go there. I didn't have money for my own ticket, so I didn't go along.
I'll take you.
Even though I really wanted to, and I still want to see it, and I've never actually gone there.
Next vacation I'll take you. We can take the train to go there, we can watch it together. Yeah. And I'll take like a straw puppet along that looks like your mom.
But I want the English version.
There's an English version in Germany?
No. So you better take me to
So
somewhere.
you want to go to where they play the German version, but you want to ask all the cast, speak English, people!
Yeah, wir sind nicht in Deutschland.
Doch. Yes, we are. So the YouTube video is a intro to a fake cartoon which imagines what Doki Doki Literature Club would be like if it were a cartoon on the Disney Channel.
Oh, I would love to see that as a series.
That could be amazing.
That could be fun.
I don't think Disney has the balls to do it. They could make it an amazing thing with their budget and all that stuff, but I don't think they would.
Don't forget, Disney now has a matured, what is it called? Star?
Star has been around forever. Or comparatively, a while.
I don't know. Also, now that I mentioned Star, I'm suddenly mad at Disney again.
Why?
You remember the Lizzie McGuire show?
No. I know Lizzie McGuire is a show that exists. I've never seen it.
Well, you have that. And I remember, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, I was reading that they were going to continue the series from an adult point of view, like where she's grown up. And then
Oh yeah, that got cancelled, didn't it?
And then Disney...
Before it actually got aired.
Yeah, then Disney cancelled it because it's like, oh, it's too mature. And
Nobody would want to watch a more mature version of a show they watched as kids.
Everyone wanted that.
Except everybody that grew up with it is now in an age where it once again becomes relatable if it's done well enough.
And then it's like, oh, you could put it on Star, and they're like, nah, we'll just cancel it at this point. Like, how about you sell the rights to another streaming service?
No.
Like, nah, we'll just bury this so that no one can enjoy this.
Why would we make money off of licensing something that we don't bother to do ourselves? That just would make sense.
I was so looking forward
because
to that.
What if they make it a bad show like Secret Invasion? You know, leave it to Disney to mess up their own stuff.
I was so looking forward to it.
The thing about The Lion King is that it is about animals, which means they're not as dependent on people understanding the language.
I mean, yeah, but in a musical with songs that are translated.
Yeah, it's German here.
I'm sorry to everyone, and I think I can only insult Psycho here, who enjoys watching like German TV, which is the most horrible thing in existence. But I don't want to see it in German. Like, a musical in German is like ruining everything.
I had the same reaction as you, Psycho. I don't think...
In case you do watch it.
You have to take her literal just this once. She said, the only one who I can, in brackets, possibly... Because we know of you that you are German, so there is a chance that you watch German television. Tifa has a way of... Like, you know, when I'm overthinking, Tifa usually underthinks. Except in moments like this, and then it confuses everybody. Who says I watch German shows? Exactly.
Well, in case you did and you loved it, like whenever we turn on the TV, we end up on these like free channels that every TV has. And it's so horrible to see these shows get ruined.
It's some pre-installed programming thing on our TV. It's a Samsung TV, I don't know if that makes a difference. Rakuten TV, I think. It's tuned into that by default if you use the TV tuner function for some reason. Guess they get money from it.
Probably.
And it's like Z-level movies, subbed and dubbed into German. And yeah, no, they're just not that great. I mean, I don't think there were amazing movies to begin with, so nobody went like, hey, you know this TV production that cost like 500,000 to make?
It's all stuff from like 30
let's
years
spend
ago,
2 million dubbing it professionally. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's all super old stuff as well. Also, Cats had no right to run that long. I've never seen Cats, the musical.
I've seen Cats, the movie, and I hated it.
But I've seen Cats, the musical, the movie, which is apparently pretty close to the actual musical. And I don't know what you need to smoke to produce that. I mean, it was hilarious to watch together.
We watched it with friends and that made it bearable. But I enjoyed the company and the jokes we were making and not what I was watching. It's like... I never needed to see James Corden in a cat suit.
It was like, brilliant in a bad way.
It's... Nah. English is good enough to watch in English. Do you agree with me that once like your understanding of a language becomes good enough that you can comfortably watch movies, TV, whatever, in the native language, so like in this case watching stuff in English, it becomes so much better usually? There are a few instances when you watch like the German dub, when they have to like change jokes because they wouldn't make sense if you just translate them. And then sometimes, very rarely, the German version of it can be almost as good as the original, but usually when I've watched both, I preferred the English one. If it was English to begin with. Like...
Just sounds unnatural otherwise.
No, not necessarily, but like before I started doing this, like before my teenage years when my English got good enough, I also never got bothered by watching the lip synchronization. Like in dubbing, you also try to make the new lines have similar mouth movement to the originals. So
yeah,
that
sometimes they also
limits,
change words to make it fit better.
yeah, so that can limit your options with which words you can use, because sometimes the same word in a different language is a completely different pronunciation, so suddenly the lip movement doesn't make sense. It's like, yeah, it sounds like a hard job. I wanted to actually do that for a living after I finished school, but couldn't find a job in that field.
Okay. So last time I watched German TV was in 2020.
Just
for
before
4-day
pandemic hit. Okay.
vacation to miniature wonderland in Hamburg.
I've never been there either.
I think
How was it?
we have a version of that in the Netherlands as well that I've never really been to.
You probably have those everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
those
every
like
country.
miniature places are quite common, popular, I want to say.
I find it impressive, but it's not like, oh, I have to go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to look at, but it's never like wowed me enough. Yeah. Also, hello Darklord, happy Sunday, how are you doing?
What he said. Also, what's a crackle?
The Ramtam Tiger is a... No! This... Cats the Animals are okay on this stream, Cats the Musical. I still want to make it a bannable offense. I hated that. I hated it.
It was pretty good.
I think the only time I've seen a German musical was Tanz der Vampire, which is a remake of an American film.
Well, I remember that name
That's also been around forever.
because I've seen ads of it on some theater buildings, I think. But actually, no. Was
Dance
it
of
the
the
same?
Vampires. I don't know.
I actually doesn't remember. Is that something that's still around? Because I feel like it's been a while
It
since
depends
I heard.
on the theater, I guess. I would imagine that's also a everywhere kind of thing.
That makes sense.
Maybe not the original like German cast then, because you know they can't be everywhere at once. But... I saw a Let's Play of the Xbox version of Amore, which was the only version that was translated for some reason, which was actually got here. Okay, you can't even buy it on the Xbox store for some reason. They pulled it. What? So
Licensing, maybe?
they...
When we played, it was still there.
Probably. I don't know. That could be that they hired a company to do the translation for them, and then there's some legal shenanigans with who owns the rights to the German version, because contracts. Still, that sucks.
Well, it's not like you were ever
Maybe
going
not.
to get it.
No, I wasn't, but for people that... First of all, for people that only speak German, that way they get to enjoy the game, which is cool. And for people that speak multiple languages, they can like see the differences.
Wait, the German Amore isn't on the Switch.
This is so weird.
Is the game here only in English? Because I've seen the Omori thingy for the Switch at the MediaMarkt, I believe.
Omori, Deutsch.
Sprech Deutsch, Omori. Wir sind in Deutschland, ja?
Since when does the game have a German translation? Nope, only Xbox for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Oh, that's my Reddit post. Potentially, I'm gonna stalk you on Reddit now. Let me keep that open.
Oh yeah, Honest Psycho.
Now we told people that your username on the internet is Honest Psycho. Oh my lord. Datenschutzgrundverordnung verstoßen. Is it? No. So, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now we know. Oh, that's what we missed. The big hit song is Totale Finsternis, the original of Total... Wait, that's the original of Total Eclipse of a Heart? Like the pop song?
You know the song?
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell. Like either version.
Total Eclipse of a Heart? That's a classic.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
And now you put me on the spot and I can't even hum the melody.
Why do you not notice? It's a classic.
Total
Show me some of the lyrics.
Eclipse of a Heart. Song by Bonnie Tyler. Turn around.
Okay, I do know that. Wait, that's called Total Eclipse
I
of the
get a
Heart.
little bit nervous, but we get sued by the DMCA. Something like that.
Oh, okay, I do know the song.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Turn around, bright eyes, DMC. Yes, something like that. I cannot sing. I should not sing.
And here I thought the song was called Turn Around.
It might as well have been called Turn Around because yeah. Every now and then I fall apart. This song is so good.
Okay.
I love it. Like every time it is on the radio, I get teary-eyed listening to it. Because like with certain songs, if I find them, I guess, emotionally relatable, like in my mind this like movie starts playing, where like I actually see like if I was watching a movie, I see images to this. Another one that does that to me is, what was the song about the guy stalking his ex-wife? Every breath you take. Every breath you take, every...
Wasn't that
I'll be watching you.
Wasn't it also the Christmas song? What was it called?
Let's do my song first. Every Breath You Take by The Police. That song has such a wonderful feeling to it if you don't know what it's about. And then you learn that it's not actually about somebody looking out for somebody, maybe a bit much, but it's actually about a guy stalking his wife after she left him. It's like...
I like the first question in Google. Is Every Breath You Take a creepy song?
Yes. Once you know, yes. The
There
Christmas
are a
song.
lot of songs. Yeah, there's also a Christmas song.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, that one. But that's not really stalking, that's more...
I mean, depending on how you... like, at the time when the song got popular, I believe this was perfectly fine. And as culturally we have evolved, we learned to realize, like, this is kind of creepy vibes. You know, with the guy going like, don't leave, no, oh no, I poured you another drink, no, it's cold outside, no, just stay here. That's a...
There's no accepting no in that song.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It's not like, hey, is there consent here, you know?
But on the other hand, I think we discussed this off stream together last week, 2 weeks ago. Like back in the 90s, there were a lot of songs that had like this creepy undertone, or it was like about sex. And even to this day, with some songs, even if it clearly is about sex, I never realized.
I think that's because English isn't our first language. To those of you that do speak English as a native language,
And then at some point,
if you
it
know
like
the
clicks.
song, A La 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 Long, I think it is called A La 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 Long. Isn't
La,
it?
la, 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 la.
No, it is called Sweat. A La La Long. A song by the Jamaican reggae fusion group Inner Circle, released in July 1992. It's about a guy singing about the length of his penis and how he wants to use it on a beautiful woman. I didn't realize that until I actually got told. And when I listened to the lyrics, I was like, oh yeah, now it makes sense.
But it's with a lot, and I kinda enjoy that as well.
That there are a lot of songs about human fornication.
Yeah, but in a way where you don't even realize.
Yeah.
Like nowadays it's kind of clear, like you can't go around it. But it felt like hidden messages for some reason.
I think it was only hidden to us because we didn't realize what the lyrics meant.
Yeah,
because we
probably.
didn't speak the language.
And then all the kids on the playground are singing that song and you have no clue what it's about. I mean, that was fun. Like nowadays you can't really go around what you're singing. Well, back in the 90s, everything was
back
better.
when music was still music! Actually,
TV's life. Hello again.
welcome back. Actually, now that I think about this, because you just said that, a lot of the music I enjoy the most listening to, I only found in like the last 10 years. So yes, I have this nostalgic bias for songs that I listened to when I was a kid and growing up. But I'm not yet at the part of my life, and I hope I will never get there, where it's like, these people don't know how to make music anymore, it's just the hippity-hoppity. You know?
I'm kind of there.
Like my grandparents, for example.
I'm absolutely kind of there. If I listen to music, I usually go back to the playlists I had as like a teenager. There aren't really a lot of bands I added between then and now, also because I don't listen to as much anymore. But I always tend to go back to the oldies.
Wait, there are words with meanings in song? Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what music you listen to. And I don't mean to judge. I also sometimes just like to listen to music where I don't even know what the lyrics are about, like if it's any language I don't speak, because I like the sound of it. And that's fine too. Sometimes you just want something nice to listen to. If it sounds good to you, why not listen to it? The biggest newest music I started investing in was the B-52s. Why have I heard of that before? I couldn't tell you anything about that. Why is Google autocomplete? Oh, I turned off a numpad, that's why. It's like, suddenly it's baby, it's cold outside again because it went straight down.
I'm not sure.
The B-52s. Formed in Georgia in 1976. Okay. I think I've heard songs on them before.
I feel like I've seen the lead singer before.
They had many hits according to Wikipedia.
Wait, Meet the Flintstones, for real?
Rock Lobster, Planet Claire, Party Out of Bounds, Private Idaho, Whammy Kiss, Summer of Love, Wig, Love Shack, Rome.
Okay, never mind, I know the majority of the songs.
I don't know a single one by name.
The Love Shack. Love Shack.
Oh!
I don't know the lyrics
yeah.
anymore, but I know.
Okay. Yeah, that one I've heard.
You've definitely heard those songs. If you play them, you'll know the majority, I'm pretty sure.
I have this thing where I know a song, but then I don't know the name of the song. And then
Same
goes
or
like,
the artist.
yeah, and I've had this argument with Tifa multiple times. She's like, oh, you've heard of this band before. You actually listen to their song all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she has to play the song for me. Like, oh yeah, wait, that's fun. Mindless Self-Indulgence was one of the first ones I remember us arguing about. Had like one or two songs that I had heard before. I was even singing one once. I think I was like, I wonder who that is. And he was like, it's them. Well.
I only can tell from with a few bands though, because I've listened to them 100,000 times. With the majority of them, I know the song and I'm like, well, who's singing? Is this ABBA? Oh.
I guess. I have all my favorite songs on one playlist. So does Tifa. Sometimes it will go from a really sad song to like a happy-go-lucky song in 2 seconds. How does that emotional roller coaster make you feel?
And even though every song in your playlist is amazing, you keep going, next. I don't feel like this right now. Next.
That's what happens, I think, more if you put music of different moods and genres into one playlist. I make playlists for different moods. So if I feel like something that makes my adrenaline go pumping, I listen to music that has that effect. You know? Then usually I order them by like magnitude, if it's like heavy metal rock music kind of thing.
True. Also, is Gangnam Style still the most watched video on YouTube? Wasn't that record broken already? Gangnam Style.
No, I think the other records were about hitting 1 billion, 2 billion faster than Gangnam Style did.
How much does Gangnam Style?
What Tifa was trying to say with normal people words, can you look up how many views Gangnam Style currently has on YouTube? In case you couldn't tell from the Gangnam Style.
I believe they hit 1 billion like what, 6 years ago?
Music is not coming through in case this starts playing. 4.9 billion views.
Ooh, damn.
Deserved. That song is great. It's amazing. I like it.
That was not bad.
But yeah, true, fair enough. I think a lot of the people that clicked it 4.9 billion times on YouTube don't speak Korean.
Nowadays language isn't the biggest barrier anymore. I mean, look at K-pop.
Yeah,
and
I don't understand how K-pop got so popular.
I can't tell you where that's trends. started.
Like I'm super happy for the success of all of these people around the world, because like that is one of the really nice things about the internet. There's everything, and if you're lucky, you can find what you're looking for, and like this way you like, hey, I want to listen to this type of music, and then you can find it, and no matter where it's from.
I mean, there's a lot of good bands in between there, and I used to listen to a lot of J-rock myself back in the day.
Maximum the Hormone.
They're really good. But I don't... It kind of grew into like this worldwide thing.
Phenomenon.
Yeah.
Suddenly everybody was a K-pop stan.
I have no clue who or like which band triggered... Like nowadays you have, what are they called? Blackpink?
I don't know.
That are really big. You also have... But their fans call themselves ARMY.
Taylor Swift?
No, it's also a K-pop band.
Oh wait, there's Swifties, I think.
They currently broke up temporarily because of some of their members having to go enlist into the army.
I don't know.
BTS, yes.
Oh yeah.
I think it was them.
Then also, hello
They are
Mifa.
also huge.
Happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Konnichiwa, Egg-kun.
And Egg-chun. No, why is Twitch suddenly getting bigger?
How are you doing, Mifa?
Pressed the wrong button. BTS has been the forerunner of K-pop. Okay, now we know.
They are huge.
My only problem with BTS, don't worry, I will not say anything that makes you want to attack me, is that when I read the three letters BTS, because I've been drilled that way, to me this means behind the scenes. I don't know what that BTS actually stands for. I'm guessing it's not just BTS, just randomly three letters. That'll be okay.
I don't think I've ever heard a song of BTS, but I do know their fan base, and they are brutal.
How so?
They have an extremely loyal fan base.
Okay.
And I think that's all you need to know before I get in trouble.
I mean, fan bases are only as good as humanity itself. In every group of people you find the normal, like, core, and then you will find the people that take it to the extreme.
Yeah, they have a lot of extreme people in their fan base.
Remember, fan is short for fanatic.
Which is impressive if you think about it, by the way.
I think there is something magical to somebody getting so into something or somebody's work that they make that their life. Like having that kind of impact on another person seems like magical to me. Like it's mind-blowing in a way.
South Korea has compulsory military service, but you can put it off until you're older. They've got like 3 members in some kind of military duty now. Yeah, I remember reading about that. They already got an extension of like 2 or 3 years a while ago.
But now they have to do it.
Before they had to enlist because of the great service they're doing to their country. I mean, they make a lot of money for South Korea.
They probably also bring a lot of money in there.
A lot. So I believe it was like you get like 2 or 3 years and then you really have to enlist, and now that deadline was there and now they have to go. I think it's for 2 years?
I don't know.
Your service is 2 years, I believe.
Something like that. I hope we can get back together afterwards and it doesn't like break them up for good.
That would be nice. If they want to, that is.
Also it stands for, I will butcher it, Bangtan, short for Bangtan Bulletproof Boys or something like that. Okay. I cannot...
It doesn't feel like it's short. But
remotely pronounce Korean. I've said this before. I've watched Japanese stuff with Tifa before, and usually with Japanese at least I can make out when a word starts and when it ends. With Vietnamese, Chinese and Korean, I cannot hear the words. I understand they're speaking. I cannot... It's like you're speaking Elfish to me. I just cannot grasp it. I know that's a me thing.
Also, don't get fooled by otters, Evie. They can seem really cute, And all of their fun facts, adorable. But otters are the psychos, actual psychos of nature.
Yes, if you want to have a nice day, look at otters doing cute things. If you need a reality check or you feel like, hey, my day has just been too fun, look up what else otters do, because they are complex creatures, to put it like that.
They are absolute monsters in nature.
They can be, yes. Just like lions.
I throw in details, but...
Or hamsters. Anyway, Tifa, you know what's also scarring and more complex than people think? You giving recaps. What a segue.
I know exactly what happened. The last time we played Virtue's Last Reward on My Favorite Letter is X.
Where else would we play it?
I'm like kind of stalling.
Stop stalling. Do the thing.
And I feel like it works as like a nice intro line.
Do the thing, Tifa.
You know, we were very productive on Friday.
That's
we
true.
got 2 endings. One bad ending, we got the K ending, and we did a room. For the bad ending, we finished off this little side tree with Flo with K in the AB room. We already did the path where we betrayed K. Now we decided to ally with him, which, as we already expected, resulted in K still betraying us, getting 9 points and getting the fuck out of there. Funnily enough, Quark also got 9 points, but Quark was still missing at that point, I believe. And K didn't even think about taking Quark along. He just went, sayonara bitches, and left us.
Bye, suckers. That's true.
So that was the bad ending. Then we jumped back and actually got the K ending. We already knew a bit about K's past after
it was actually in reverse order of how she's saying it, but we got both of those endings, yes.
No, we did the bad ending first.
No.
Yeah.
No, we got the K ending first.
Okay. I'll believe you. We actually learned already that K's memories returned a bit. That was like beforehand. But with his memories also came the fact that we learned that Dio was the killer of the dead old lady.
Yeah.
And K actually grew up with that old lady, partially, so he knew him. Couldn't let that death go to...
Tifa is trying to say we ultimately learned that K avenged the murder of Old Dead Lady, also known as Akane from the first game,
and K
killed
avenged
Dio by turning off
death.
his oxygen.
Yeah. So
Yes.
K killed Dio, all fun.
And with his final breaths he told us the 2 lions, bomb number 2 password,
Yeah.
milk heavily.
But you forgot, we also took off K's mask, because K actually opened his mask.
We finally had the face reveal, and it was...
us. You. Not Junpei, Sigma.
Yes, Sigma looked at himself.
Just a different hair color, I believe.
No.
It was like pitch black. In the preview thing, Sigma is more like bluish.
You're making me blue.
It would definitely look a bit different. Anyway, we found out that K is Sigma. That's why he was in a suit and had the reveal, because otherwise it would be a bit weird if you're locked in there with your doppelganger.
Carry on.
Oh, I thought you...
I always judge you, but mostly
I
internally.
thought you were gonna complain about something. After that, we died. Oh wait, we didn't get to why we died.
We didn't go through the door, through the white chromatic doors. Everybody that doesn't go through the doors gets penalized. We all died.
Before that, we did actually save Fi.
That's true.
We injected her with the antidote.
Turbo curing!
Exactly. So she will be okay. So she'll wake up
Which is
all
a
alone.
colistin inhibitor.
She'll wake up all alone, having to live out her life in that place. So if you think about it, it was better not to inject her
I
with
don't
the
think she
antidote.
does that. I think she jumps to the next timeline to save us.
she can't really jump. She
So
can
why
just
is stuff
pass
not working
on
over here?
information.
Look at my man bun, by the way. Not have a hairband in today.
But yeah, we all died, but we did get the bomb code. After that, we did another jump all the way back to the beginning, and we went into the Golem Bay room with Alice and Luna.
Yes, we had reset to an earlier time in the flow where we have entered Golem Bay, and we finished the entire room. To answer your question, what kind of room do you think you'll encounter next? We just finished one. And as Tifa was trying to segue into the end of the last stream, there was a voice coming behind us, or coming from behind us. What did it say? It's a stream title.
Hold up, Governor.
Hold on, Governor.
Oh yeah, that.
And thanks to Tifa talking at that point, we didn't anticipate there was another character saying something as we were leaving. I have no idea whose voice it is. I have no idea what's gonna happen next. I'm hoping we're gonna get a robot buddy. Because I want a robot buddy.
The robot or Golem Bay, the robot room, was a bit creepy.
That's pretty cool.
And seeing how everyone is saying that we're in for a treat after this, I'm gonna guess we're gonna learn more about the robots in that room, I suppose.
I hope so.
So let's find out.
I fell asleep for that part. I'm very happy that we made you relaxed enough that you fell asleep. That is honestly one of the nicest compliments people can make me.
Yeah.
No? Like, being able to fall asleep with even just somebody's voice is like, it's pretty high up on my list.
Didn't you want to play?
No, I want you to do everything. I'm just gonna sit here and be annoying.
No, you can do this.
I'm ill. I've slept badly for several weeks. I'm
Can I
sorry
press
to hear
button?
that. Yes, you can. And I hope it gets better soon. Hey, it's working. Neat. Hey, I'm worried stuff's gonna break.
Hold up, Governor, was it?
There you go. Let's go, or let's
Goo.
goo. It's that kind of Sunday evening.
Just take it easy, Bedenses.
Exactly. Maybe you should stay in bed. Innocent. The beginning made sense in my head, and then I.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pie shop. What pie are you gonna get, Dark Lord?
Are we talking pizza, as in a pie, or are we talking pie? And if
Pizza.
pie, what kind of pie? And if it's pizza, what kind of pie? My question is redundant.
How do you get the pizza?
Some people call pizza a pie.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
See?
You ready?
No, but keep going. What's with you, Luna?
No.
Then, Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
I'm sorry, a throat that is... I think I've seen somebody use these words before, but it was on an adult website. Anyway, then...
Oh yeah, that was me, mate.
That was me, mate.
Oi, over here.
Is Captain Boomerang in this game? Okay.
It's the robot that we woke up.
Why is he Australian? I'm not judging, but
Remember
where did
before
the
we-
Australian accent
Before we left the
accent come
room,
from?
we activated the robot on the table.
Yeah, that's what I said last time already.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Are we gonna get a cool Terminator shot? Yes!
Oh, blimey, that hurts.
I have a hard time.
This is amazing. I love this. I love that. How could you be afraid of a robot looking
says
like
slimy.
this and then it starts talking and it talks like that? Like the entire amount of threatening energy has just evaporated into nothingness. I love this. This is how you can Terminator me. Yeah. Also, hello Duskflame Tenchi. How are you doing? Happy Sunday.
What he said.
Also, what do I call you for short? Tenchi, Dusk, Flame, or combination of these things?
Oh, you got a Terminator and he's fucking Australian.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
And Tifa is getting into it too.
Huh?
Your accent is starting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm loving it.
Oh, I'm loving it. I really wish I could do an Australian accent.
Just do a handstand.
Like, in order, it's like Irish/Scottish. Then we'll go with British.
I would call
Australian.
your accent offensive.
I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. I think it's triggered. But that's like the order of hottest accents in...
Wait, I interrupt your simping for accents. This is Dave motherfucking Mitchell, who famously is the oh no voice of Knuckles wie Kinder. Are you telling me question mark has the same voice actor as Knuckles in my favorite video game of my childhood, Sonic Adventure? I need a moment.
I really hope this robot is also called Dave.
We need to play Sonic Adventure on stream at some point, just so you can live through the jank.
I don't wanna. Didn't we already do that, by the way?
No,
like
we didn't.
Once.
No, we didn't. If that game was just better on a technological level, it would still be one of the masterpieces of all time. Australians are just British Texans. I'm not sure about that.
I am absolutely ready for this.
What do you think this being is called?
Dave. I feel like he's a Dave now.
Are there any like traditional Australian names?
I've no clue. One way to find out.
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
Oh,
And it's talking.
It's a robot.
it was on auto for some reason.
Oh wait, he's the newer Knuckles, only since 2019. Still cool, but it would have been so much better if he was the Sonic Adventure voice actor for Knuckles. Oh no, it's so dumb.
He also does
We need to
10
play
Mewtwo,
that
really? I cannot hear that at all.
Don't hear that, but
That's pretty good then.
That's pretty cool.
With an accent.
Luna already getting her panties in a twist. I don't blame her.
I think the back pain is even better than the accent.
It makes him so much more humanoid. Or human.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, these robots are probably meant to be humans.
Yeah.
Like this is just their exoskeleton. Like
Yes.
put some skin on them and they have to pass as humans. Which means we
Endoskeleton. Exo is on the outside.
Oh, fair enough. Which means we definitely have one of these among us. And so far it's probably gonna be Luna.
She said among us. So who's a robot?
Luna.
I don't think Fire's a robot anymore because she has the ability to jump between multiverses. And I don't think they made a robot that can do that. Even though that would be cool, because robots are cool.
It's definitely not Fire.
I think it's Luna, actually.
Luna makes the most
Luna
sense.
is the mother robot.
Yeah, she's the mother robot that was created for Kay. Which also explains her whole nice personality.
She has Mary Poppins energy.
No, Mary Poppins is a bit sassy.
Sorry, the child caretaker energy.
That yes.
Very understanding, very kind, very empathetic. Leave Luna! We're just commenting on what the game is giving us. Let's find out.
We'll love her just as much, even if she is a robot.
I'm just saying, Psycho, if you want to be a bigger target for Luna, you might want to get an Australian accent.
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half.
Is he trying to say he's broken?
No, but he was programmed this way.
Now, Alice, darling.
Darling.
Do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse?
I love it. Oh my god, this is suddenly my favorite character.
He does know everyone's name, or is that from listening? Or do you think he just knows?
Addressed each other by name. That's not impossible to figure out.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Sense Luna being a robot because she's perfect compared to filthy humans. Fair point.
My waifu has to be a robot.
Well, that's right, cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they'd give us all a, what you call them, personality.
I love this guy.
I'd rather listen to him than Alice, though.
Oh my god, I just realized now I hate this game because why is he only in this flow? Why wasn't he in this earlier?
Well, usually people start with this.
But I want this character to be in the entire... Can we like hack the game together, make like a fan mod kind of thing where he becomes the main character and he's fully voiced by the same guy? Because... Mwah.
You know the worst thing? Like watching just his art style here reminds me of, what's the game? Stinger?
Blue Stinger.
Blue Stinger reminds me a bit of Blue
so
Stinger.
Good. Blue Stinger, the game Resident Evil is still trying to be.
That was
Said
pretty
what I
bad.
said. I never asked for this. I also need to replay human DSX, the newer ones.
Some tosser thought they'd give me this one.
I am very jealous of that one.
It ain't right, I tell you.
He's not happy with it.
You're never happy with it, it's your own accent.
I mean... Are they smitten or are they shocked? Because
They're shocked.
50-50, right?
I mean, wouldn't you be shocked too?
I would be nerding out so hard. Like, oh my god, it's a robot! It's... My childhood dreams! Do you have an arm cannon? Can you do the Mega Man thing? What are your abilities? Are you like a humanoid robot? Are you like super strong compared to us?
I want
What
to
do you do?
imagine this, but honestly, if I'm being realistic, you
I would
would
first shit my pants and crawl backwards. Yeah. Like, oh my god, it's a robot! No, don't kill me!
You would probably be laying in your own shit after fainting.
Yeah. I would start screaming, shrieking, shit myself, pass out, wake up again, notice I defecated on myself, see the robot and repeat the cycle at least 2 more times.
And then maybe after you realize that he's not going to hurt you, then we go into the fangirling.
The 2 versions you just heard is the one I mentioned first, that's the person I want to be, and that's the person I am currently. There's a disconnect.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if I laugh or hold my head. Both. Green out, which Jack didn't even know was a thing. What's a green out? Actually, do I want to know?
I think we all know that's the thing.
So, what the hell are you?
Cooper.
Koopa! That's a very fitting name for some reason.
Can I call him King Koopa and therefore Bowser? I mean, it's spelled different, but...
That's a good nickname.
I call him Bowser. Oh, they should give this voice actor the job to voice Bowser. That would be so sick.
I thought Jack Black was a really good Bowser.
Jack Black is an amazing Bowser, and I mean no disrespect, but if he ever doesn't want the job anymore or needs to be recast for some reason, I want this guy to do Bowser.
I don't think this
In
guy would
this
work
way.
as well.
Yes, I would watch it, 100%. If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
That's quite ironic, because, you know, if we are on Mars, technically you're an astronaut.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not currently, but I will be at some point, I guess, if Siggy is 0.
Or maybe that's the joke. Because you're correct, he is actually a barrel maker.
If this robot was made to handcraft only the finest barrels.
Hey, every profession needs to be done.
That's true, I'm not disrespecting. It's just unlikely. Jack Black would be expensive. I bet Jack Black would do it for free.
I can also kind of imagine him doing it for free.
Yeah, if somebody told him, hey, we need you to do this thing, but we kind of don't have the money, and he actually likes it, I think he would do it for the money or for free.
He does strike me as that sort of guy.
Yeah, he has that chaotic good energy. He's like, money, I've got enough.
Like, I didn't see the movie until like it was in the last week of the cinema, but all of the stuff around Jack Black and his videos and him actually like living the Bowser life, I loved it. Like,
It
I was
seemed
already
genuine.
in love with Bowser, yeah, before I even saw the movie. He had so much fun being Bowser. And that's the most important thing, if you ask me.
What more can you ask for?
This dude was living the Bowser life.
He released no wine before that. He's the gatekeeper of the old vintages.
Right you are, me old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you?
Have a
What you
butcher.
say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Golem!
Hence Golem Bay. We said that.
Yeah, we did. Golem.
Golem?
We also said that.
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore.
Well,
That's from Jewish folklore.
yeah, that's
Really?
yeah.
I never knew. Like, I actually do have a book, I think it's called Jinn.
How do you not remember that? That's a plot. That's a thing in the book.
Yeah, I know. I have a book from that's called Jinns, I believe, where it is about
Great
like
book,
a
by the way.
Jewish story and Jewish folklore. But I didn't know that was actually based on it. I thought it was just a story made around it. Oh, that was a really good book.
Yeah. Basically, robots made from clay, kind of, and magic.
I didn't know it was based off of that. Interesting.
They're made from clay and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master or creator or whatever commands them to do.
I basically just said that, Alice. You can skip that.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of Myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power.
I don't know why, but when he said you are, of course, before the correct, I thought he was gonna say a bird.
What?
You are, of course, a bird.
Why would you be a bird?
I don't know, it kind of worked.
Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes are spelt Golem, but me and me mates are Gaulem.
What does it stand for?
Give me a G.
The
G,
A is
give me an
autonomous.
A. Great Autonomous
Great Autonomous Ulem.
I was getting there.
The Rabbi of Prague created the golem to defend the Jews of Prague from intolerance. He animated by writing the Hebrew word emet on its forehead. The rampages due to misuse was destroyed when the intolerance ends, and the rabbi rubs off the E, leaving only met on his head, which means death.
Oh, that's super
And
interesting.
that's when it goes wrong, no? Because that's not good.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour
Hey, you got one.
Machine.
I said one of these things. Okay.
Also, why is general purpose one thingy? It should be Jipolum.
Japalem.
Like, they're just leaving out the P.
A lot of people do that.
The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots and all.
I've actually worked in companies where when they needed to name a new product, they would think of an acronym first, and then they would work backwards from there and think of the words that make
That's
up the
brilliant.
letters to make the acronym.
I mean, you do
It's
need a cool
wild.
word.
That's true. Everything needs to have a cool name, otherwise it's...
I mean, no one really cares
Not as
what
big.
the acronym stands for in the end. You must have a cool word.
You could just call them androids and not come up with some pretentious BS. No, that's not as cool. It's called a backronym. I keep forgetting that that's the exact term. Thank you for that. So... should I just call you Golem?
Oh, you already
Copper.
said his name is Cooper. Not Copper. Cooper.
Sorry, I was thinking of a metal. How rude! He said its name is Cooper.
Wow.
What?
You thought of the metal, so you called him copper.
Yeah,
That's kind of robophobic, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. To all robots currently, or at some point, watching, listening to this, I'm sorry.
You made of metal. Oh, your name must be Copper.
I mean, not necessarily. See, that would be robophobic, if you assume that all of them are that. Being racist to a robot was one of my bingo cards, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's unintentional, you know.
Jack has a history of being robophobic.
I have had very little interactions with robots in my life, and I'm sorry if the things I know when I stop and think about them, I realize they're culturally insensitive. I am trying to be a better person here, and sorry, the robots.
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too.
Yeah, Golem 1, 2, 3.
Isn't it funny that after he just explained that they are inspired at least by, I guess, there's a connection at least by name to the golem from Jewish folklore, he just said that's not kosher?
Yeah, true. Probably.
Attention to detail.
I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
I mean, you could. I'm just saying. See? Oh, but when he says it, it's okay, right?
Yeah, because you started it.
Sorry. Am I the source of racism?
Flashback.
I'm sorry. Some of my best friends are robots.
Call you then.
Is it me, or didn't he literally already say his name is Cooper? Why are we all glossing over the fact that he already introduced himself?
This is Phoenix Wright all over again. You know, at the end when what was her name? Lana? Yeah, Lana Sky. He's like, you're not my attorney anymore, Phoenix. And then everybody's like, yeah, so you're the attorney, so please do this. And it's the same here. It's like, my name is Cooper. So what did you say your name is? So listen.
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique.
You said it's Cooper.
I figure that's as good a name as any.
But he said it's Cooper. Why?
My name is YUT456 #LK21.
Why did you just read out your German social security number? That's not the case.
That's my password for everything, really. That's why it came out so smoothly.
Yeah.
If I now get...
Hacked.
someone tried to log into your email address and whatnot, I know it was you.
Dark Lord, I also still want to one day potentially, maybe, play Knights of the Old Republic on stream.
Nah.
HK47 is an amazing character. What do you mean, nah?
Nah.
Do you see what I'm living with? Cooper is just slang. What is it slang for? I guess I wasn't that far off. Forgot his name because we had to process. Now you can keep playing.
Well, I thought now you can.
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
I was kind of close. I just didn't add the goal.
How would you say that if it was a word?
Gtum, gom.
I was thinking got him, come, got him.
No. You have to use the harsh letters. It needs to be this guttural sound.
No, it doesn't.
Time to clip the social security number.
That's the password.
That's not going to... Oh, I'll write it down.
It's three and three letters if you take out the one dash.
That is... not
exactly the point.
Well, write it down. If it is, then kudos to you.
Robot's name. GTM CM G all. There you go.
I would think it's a password.
Whoa.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
Golm?
Wait, then what was
Why-
Cooper?
Why not Olm?
Golem.
So we can't call him Gollum, but we can call him Golm. But seriously, didn't he say his name was Cooper?
Come on, man, that's just Golem.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before.
For real. Oh my god.
Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Well, he never spoke or said it as a word. He's only said the letters, probably.
I love this. I love this. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I feel like Luna here has the accurate
Yeah, like,
face of this situation. It's like, what?
alright, Golem, you said Alice Darling a little bit ago, right?
What? A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her Darling. What I'm saying is, you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know.
I think he's probably programmed with all of the names. Or
Oh, he could
said
have
his,
just listened.
he said his job was a Cooper.
Oh.
And here I make fun of them for not listening to his name. And then I didn't listen either, because I thought it was his name.
I'm sorry, I would like to point out the blatant robophobia on display by Tifa. Because whereas the rest of us were having to try a perfectly normal conversation trying to get to know our new friend and asking them for their name, Tifa immediately went with the most robophobic approach and just calling this fine specimen by their job.
Yeah, they're nothing more than their job, right?
It's a very German attitude.
Yes.
I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna.
Luna.
I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place.
That's what I said.
Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw.
Oh,
Makes
okay.
sense.
And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, huh? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time.
And he's connected to that.
So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
And now we suddenly realize why the other day we were talking about, hey, isn't it weird that nobody has had to take a toilet break yet? And now you know why they didn't.
And why didn't they?
Because otherwise you have the implication that Golem over here watched you pee.
Well, no one says there's cameras in there.
I will promise you there are cameras everywhere. If I set this thing up, there would be cameras everywhere. If it was a bathroom, there'd be cameras in there too.
I mean, probably, yeah.
If I already go through the trouble of big brothering all over you, then I'll go all the way. Stay away from Luna, you get recycled. I think this guy can mess us up. We haven't seen a toilet, to be fair. True, and
That is
I
true.
wonder if that's on purpose or the usual thing where it's like, well, you can just assume that the characters go to toilets off screen.
Yeah, I kind of like it when in games they do add like a toilet
Yeah.
or like some kind of comment about it. Gives this weird sense of normality. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like in most Pokemon games, there are no bathrooms. Think of it. Where does it go? How do they do it?
Just gets absorbed and sweated out.
The people in the Pokemon universe don't need toilets. They don't, you know, expunge excrement. That's your camera pointing straight at sitting at waist level. Just to make sure it all gets all the angles of your toilet usage. If I'd done it, it'll look like the Matrix when you take it. I actually think it would be something like that.
That would be really creepy.
A little bit, yeah.
It's also not too shocking. I was. We were considering like taking a trip to Japan at
Next
some
year.
point. Yeah, next year or in like 2 years, where we don't know yet. And I was reading on this forum where they were giving like tips, especially to women, which was a coincidence in this case. That they actually said to always bring like tissues with you when you go anywhere, especially if you go to the toilet. Because apparently in like public toilets and stuff, it's a thing that if you see like little holes, people have put cameras in there. So they advise that if you see like holes or thingies in the bathrooms, to stuff it with your tissues.
Bring a lot of chewing gum, it sticks better.
That's kind of
That's pretty bad.
creepy. The fact that that's like general advice.
Yeah.
Ever since reading that and I go to a public toilet, I'm like looking around to see if I see like tiny holes in the wall.
You should
Makes you
also
paranoid.
you should also pay attention if there's bigger holes in a wall. Just saying. Might be a different kind of establishment you accidentally bumped into.
Very true.
Then
Does that mean you're Zero Junior?
Oh, I didn't even consider the connection.
oh.
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious?
I mean, it seems like they don't all just have one hive mind, based on what he said. Like he said earlier that we
needed
all
to
got
connect.
their own personality.
True. And he said he needed to connect to
Yeah.
get the videos.
Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero.
Young Master Zero.
A Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place.
Okay.
My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
So golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite.
Oh, he calls us the governor.
Yeah, that's slang.
Wasn't Termite Man also the governor?
Of what?
As
No.
a name?
No. No.
Am I mixing things up?
Yeah, you are governor.
Yeah, but that would have also made a connection between Sigma and the hologram thing.
No, it's like mate.
Yeah, but
You're right, governor.
Yeah, but I thought that thing also had something with governor.
No.
Thing. The hologram.
I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Prove me wrong.
Of course not.
Right you are, missus. It'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains.
That lumpy bit on your ankle. What?
Wait. The lumpy bit on your
Yeah, I'm
ankle.
feeling-
The thing on the side. The bit of bone.
I'm feeling very self-conscious about my own body suddenly.
Lumpy
What lumpy
bit.
bit? Is he body shaming?
The only thing I can imagine is here, this bit.
You mean the ankle?
No, the like round thing that sticks out. Like, see that? The bob.
The ankle.
Yeah, but that's the lumpy bit is what I'm talking about.
Yes, and I'm trying to explain to people what she's pointing at. She's pointing at her ankle.
Yeah, you know, on your feet and at the ankle, you have like this half a ball sort of thing.
She's literally talking about her ankle. Yes,
Yeah,
Stephen.
but that's the lumpy bit, isn't it?
Guys, bring a fourfold in front of you. I feel super conscious about my feet suddenly.
Like, I'm just saying. Show me your feet. You're wearing socks. I'm not wearing socks.
I will show you my feet during the next break, Tina. Can compare them. Hello,
Just say,
Sauce, now called the Glongster. Happy Sunday. How you doing?
how you doing? What do your ankles look like?
Don't have to answer it if you don't
We're
want.
like your arms or legs.
But you're a robot.
The golem seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head.
Okay, now we're getting deep suddenly.
Discord might take it. If I check Discord later, I better see them.
What? was trying to pull up fast and it was about the name change.
Oh, I thought you posted your ankle pictures in Discord.
No, sorry, it didn't work. Plus the whole not a new user thing, I was pre-warned. So wait, if... I never thought of it.
Thought of what?
The placement of your seat of consciousness.
You do have a point, but why would you...
Were you thinking about the question or were you trying to find the seat of your consciousness? It looked like you were very introspective there for a second.
I was trying to think of both, but I also see no reason to think of that.
You look fantastic. I want to say hi. Hi.
Oh,
Thank you very
you.
much.
Hope you're doing well. Love. When are you going to stream again?
Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body.
Are we now going
So
to
there is
go
a hive
into
mind.
like morphogenetic? Oh no, wait, we're not going to go into.
If you
morphogenetic
were to
bits.
press buttons, we would find out.
So impatient.
Which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
Yes.
In the mainframe?
Spot on.
And why do you know that, Luna?
So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions and those decisions beget commands.
So it is a hive mind. For lack of a better term.
At least for them.
A
I
mainframe
guess.
controls the robots. Okay.
Now those commands are sent over the wireless like boop, 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 and eventually my body picks them up.
My favorite part is the boop boop boop.
Yeah.
It's also how I explain Wi-Fi to people. Boop boop boop.
Like with me, the boop 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 usually comes too late, and then I already set things, and then after it's like boop boop boop, not what you were supposed to say. And they're like, oh well, too late, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Usually when her brains goes breep breep breep, I go no. Something like that.
Like the morphogenetic field, usually the boop 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 for me goes through you first, so you're also like kind of
There's a curve here.
prepared to go whoop,
Yeah.
stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your reflexes come from.
So it's like Lotus's speech, I guess, could be like an Easter egg kind of thing.
I like it. Like this is an easy explanation on how this works.
I want Golem to explain everything to me.
Yeah, I like it. Can you tell us about the kids and the booms and the bombs?
Oh, I was so weirded out by what you were saying, and when I realized you were going for the analogy from the beginning of the game about the antimatter bombs and children for some reason.
Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body.
Okay.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
This is exactly the Lotus conversation again. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Yes.
I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running.
So he's blocked off for certain things.
Yeah,
Like bunnies
I guess.
only firewall.
I
A
guess.
bunny wall?
That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core.
Can we also activate the other robots?
I want to listen to them all have a conversation about stuff here.
Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Golem stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
What?
You already had
Okay.
that cross, no?
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly.
What the? I...
It's not me.
I will uncross my legs, I will sit here and I will not show any
Show no emotion.
thing.
You ready?
Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we?
Crossing arms. Locked. Reflexes are kind of autonomous. Yeah, it's like a subconscious kind of thing. You don't think about it. Yeah.
But somewhere there was a boop boop boop.
I mean, between your brain and your muscles, yes, but not your conscious thought to your body. I guess that's what it's about.
Cool on down then, mouth.
You look like a German chancellor.
I'm trying to. How do you curl your mouth down? Like. I don't even think you can see it on stream, but it's not working.
You look like a blobfish. Little bit.
Oh, with eyebrows, I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes.
Tifa with a golem face. Beautiful.
It's kind of like eating a lemon. I think that would.
Eating a lemon that gives you math puzzles in your mouth.
That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figured you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help.
The old loaf.
A head. Like,
Oh, I was thinking of the butt.
what?
I mean, if you just take like a butt cheek, you could definitely put that in like a loaf shape kind of thing.
But, yeah, it's...
If you just imagine, you take one, you have one butt cheek, like here. And you know these loaf forms? You could definitely shape it in a loaf form, and then you have the nice overflowing top of the loaf in the... beep beep boop.
Tifa, you're overthinking your ability to fit your buttocks into bread pans way too hard.
But you ask what, and I'm giving you the explanation on why I thought of a loaf, because I could see the butt cheek in the loaf shape.
It was a rhetorical what? Sure, that's a king for someone. Someone somewhere right now is sitting there with like 2 cake pans, like the long ones, and just sitting on them like ass cheek and ass cheek.
I'm gonna very quickly risk...
No, you don't.
I was gonna risk my own account for once. I was
How's about when
gonna...
you reach for your tea?
Well, I can do
Turn
that.
a page in your book. Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy?
I just want to say, I was gonna Google butt loaves.
Yeah, the list goes on, me chums.
Good job.
But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy.
That's true.
That makes sense, yeah.
That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
I think so, yeah.
It's a lot of words to say, no, we do not share the same, like, sense of self.
Then you're saying that Zero Jr. is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto!
Can you tag along with us?
Yeah, can you, like, help us? That'd be cool.
Blimey.
Vegetative nervous system does most things on its own. Yeah, imagine if you had to do everything manually.
Yeah, you're bad at
Do you-
multitasking.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think you would be able to move a step.
Do you think maybe that's one, like, that is how Radical 6 works? Like, it forces information from the vegetative nervous system to the conscious part of the brain?
You really think this is connected?
Could be.
I don't necessarily think
I
so.
would go mad if I had to think of everything. Move left index finger slightly up and middle finger. And
What's that game? Quap?
Quad.
It would end up like that.
In your body, yeah.
It would be really funny. Can you imagine the entire population having to deal with that, and we're all walking like
Everybody moving like really weird ragdolls. Yeah, no. That'd be horrible.
Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is all right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here.
Oh, how rude.
Poor guy.
I've been on this bed here for years.
Okay.
The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Maybe we can him with some oil.
First of all, we should do that. And you pressed the button last time.
I mean, I pressed the button.
Before we left, before we opened the safe, you pressed that yellow button.
Yeah. Oh wait,
and that turned it on.
What would have happened if we didn't press that button? Would it have gone on automatically?
I would think so, yeah.
Because now we actually did something for it.
Yeah. Pretty sure that has to happen. Some WD-40 needs like new. If only we had some. Should we also give him the... I mean, the underwear is now stained because of the oil, but...
We just rub him with the underwear.
But that has detergent in it, that just cleans up oil.
Oh, we shouldn't have done that.
You want to make him worse? Wow,
no,
Tifa.
I thought we soaked up the oil in the underwear. Underwear. Good as new.
Stained underwear.
Why do you think, love? Because you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, that button on top of a safe.
Right you are, governor.
Can
See?
you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me.
What,
Not very autonomous then, is he?
He's even stuck to this thing.
That's horrible.
Internal batteries, but they're knackered.
Nah.
Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I see.
Oh, that's a shame.
So, you aren't gonna answer my question?
Huh? Well, what question is that?
Yeah, what question did we ask? I asked how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Didn't he just say that his lubricant got all gummed up?
Yeah, I kind of saw that as the answer for his back
Yeah.
and shoulders, but you know, sure.
But... well, I mean, I guess not really important, but... I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart to flutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders?
This feels like the start of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Chinese room.
I know there's a video game developer with that name. I don't think we're talking about that one. About waiting for an answer, Gollum launched into his explanation. I can't do an Australian accent, I'm sorry. Otherwise I would.
Give it your best shot. Somewhere.
Yes. Keep going.
I can't do accents either.
Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside of the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl.
The door has a slot.
What?
There's Chinese people outside the room, and they can put... okay.
Why Chinese people?
I have no clue. And seeing how the Chinese people are outside, can you still call this the Chinese room?
Or The pieces of paper are questions written naturally in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip that answer back through the slot. Once the Chinese questions begin to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. "Oh dear," she says to herself, "why can't I read these at all? Whatever am I to do?" It is at that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions.
So she has to sort through all of the books, hopefully find the question and then copy the answer.
Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming. More and more and more and more of them. She finds the set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give us some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? When I was 14. I was a grade ahead of me in school. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of his room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions with a pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork in.
And this is all already in the book.
We will learn if you keep pressing buttons. All of these questions were written in Chinese. And the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Because that was the important part. Anyway.
Yes?
So this is an actual example of how AI IRL works. Yes, you map information, an input to an output. And then you do that a tremendous amounts of times until it realizes that there are patterns. Just like a human would, kind of. You know, when I say it is time for a recap and then I say the funny words to try to make a segue, Tifa knows it's time to do a recap.
Yeah, I've been programmed to understand that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pattern, and that's what the machine has learned. A common misunderstanding about AI, and AI doesn't actually understand anything, it merely simulates the behavior of intelligence. For now.
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Yes, it makes the story way more palpable.
And why does it kind of look like Luna is the one sitting in that room?
Oh yeah, only realized that now.
Can't say there is. Just tickles me fancy, I guess. But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
That's how most stories work for a lot of people now. It's no fun if they're ugly.
I guess.
Oh.
Exactly.
At least Sigma agrees.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this.
Our personal programming was a bit of perv, governor. Something like that. How about before we learn what he wanted to say, we take a short break?
Off we go.
While we make our own Chinese room, I guess.
BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
We are. Let's find out what he wanted to say.
All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them.
What? Oh, it's how a human would perceive an AI as another human if they don't know that it's an AI. Because it gives them the responses they would expect from another human.
I don't think some of these responses is what you would expect. But the weirdest thing is more, why is this a thing? Why would you have a room with someone in it and you shove letters through it and then wait for it to come back?
Because it is a thought experiment called the Chinese Room.
Okay, well, I guess.
It's not based on a real story, Tifa. I guess. It's a thought experiment, exactly.
Okay,
thank you.
yeah, fair. Also, thank you for the video.
You see?
Do you?
No.
After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders? Or a robot feeling pain?
You thick? I feel
Bit,
pain when my
yeah.
body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread.
That could have been a Dutch wisdom. If things go pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread.
It's a robot wisdom, yeah. Also, will be brown bread? This was an Omori reference. Wait, Omori came out way after.
It kind of works.
Oh, it's a Turing test, yeah, kind of. The person in the room writing in Chinese is a metaphor for how robots are processing thought.
Okay.
You know, the AI has been trained to give you a response to a certain input.
Yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense, fair enough.
And they put an input through the slot and then they get a reply back. And the reply makes sense, so they never bother to think what's actually happening inside of that room.
Makes sense.
Things going pear-shaped means shit, and brown bread is rhyming slang for dead. Oh, is it...
okay. I like it.
Is it, what's it called? Cockney rhyming thing? I forgot the exact words.
I'm gonna try to remember that one.
It's a thing I read about once. So what are you kicking under the table?
A cable.
Can you stop that?
I just touch it.
If you unplug the network cable,
How would I unplug
put
that?
your feet somewhere else.
There's nowhere else where my feet can go.
Pull them back.
Oh, that's not comfy.
I don't care if you're comfortable. Are we still live? Yes. If she accidentally hits the power button on the router that is down there, that works as an extension.
Why would that happen?
The C in the CM is for Cockney. It could be. That would... What was the whole thing?
Toe flirting with you. That would absolutely not be my
I'm
thing.
wearing socks, I wouldn't feel it.
Sit like a human.
Thank you, Nora. Thank you.
I can't even touch him like that.
Good. GTM, I mean the CM could stand for like Cockney mode. What does the GTM stand for? Oh wow.
So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from this unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless.
Drink this. You ate a cookie during the break.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I promise it was not a cookie.
Because you're sitting there like...
It's a piece of grain that's in between my teeth.
Do you feel like I did this appropriately? The redeem is to make us know that you're drinking. Read the fine print. But we should all
Cheers,
hydrate.
Psycho.
It's not a bad idea. I think the M is for male. Oh, that could be. Yeah. Cockney, male, golem. Still need to know what the GTM stands for.
And my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stopped doing whatever daft thing I was doing.
What?
Nothing I was waiting for. This is a... Stop making those sounds. Also, if you sit like a human, sit like a human.
No, my back hurts.
You're welcome. Back in the pie shop. Get plumberry and pumpkin caprese quiche for the dark lady Noah. I wish I was there and could steal a slice from you. All of that sounds really nice.
Especially the plumberry and pumpkin. I'm not sure about the caprese. Isn't that like...
Mozzarella, tomato, basil.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Both sound delicious, don't listen to the hater.
I could totally eat that right now.
Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
If they have sensors to feel them as such, yeah, I guess.
Use your loaf, missy.
Which one?
We're not talking about my loaf, right?
I see multiple lumps.
You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots.
No, you don't feel pain when you're doing something you shouldn't. You feel pain when something inflicts pain on you. Like,
Well, she must have a constant backache.
like you walk around outside and suddenly a bird flies past you and hits you in the side of the head. That's not something you did to yourself. Anyway.
If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot.
Also, with your example, you shouldn't have walked there. So by walking there, you did it to yourself.
Forget all about that mainframe and signal box. And us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh?
Okay, this confirms it. This is the Lotus conversation all over again, where it's like, how do you know you're not actually a hive mind controlling the body? Which is also kind of a metaphor how video games work.
Did she have a hive mind conversation?
I mean, I'm using the word because of reasons. I wanted to say why, but spoilers for another video game. It's like us playing the game, in a way. We are controlling the character of Sigma.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
And you could ask yourself the same question. Are you actually doing things out of your own volition, or is there something controlling you or making you do these things? How do I know I do not live in the Matrix? I don't know.
We do not. Well, the person controlling me
Is being pretty bad at it.
is usually taking the piss. I'm like that extra character you make in The Sims. You have like one that you make that functions normally. You send them to work, you send them to school, they learn how to play the piano, stuff like that. And I'm the one that's there for the shits and giggles, and that you drown in the swimming pool.
I don't play The Sims that way.
No?
No, usually I make one character and he becomes a complete introvert, becomes an author and never leaves the house. Based on a real story.
Have one that gets killed off.
Please press A before the next existential crisis.
What if when someone asks you a
Maybe we
question?
should play The Sims once.
I have played The Sims before.
Yeah, like on stream.
No.
No?
No. Not my cup of tea.
Fair.
All you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain. Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought.
I understand his way of... Or I understand his logic in this case.
Coming from having conversations about AI and those things regularly at work, isn't like one of the main differentiators the ability to create, as in something completely new? Because an AI trained the way that currently AIs work, they can only recreate things they have been trained to do. So an AI creating a text is going to give you a text based on the texts it has seen, making art for you. But the human mind is able to create things it has never experienced before.
Not necessarily. I mean, the human mind is also not capable of everything.
That's not what it... Don't move a goalpost. There's a difference between recreation and original creation. Not the thing you want to tell everybody about, how a human is, according to the thing you once read, not able to recognize or to draw a face.
Can't recognize faces.
Unless it's a person you've seen before, something like that. I took the entirety of her argument.
Not what I was thinking of, but yeah, that is actually correct.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, they're instincts, behaviors that are not learned. True, but now we need to ask, where do instincts come from? Are they genetic programming, maybe?
Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
Or Tifa. Looks like a person.
My cannibalism is coming out.
Acts like a person. It gets iffy there.
I thought he said tastes like a person. Come on, it was like, damn. Talk.
Can we please all band together for a second and change the word from cannibalism to cannot-ibalism? Because I'd rather you don't.
It's from my brain kind of just went there. Like, you see the...
No, I don't. Nobody does. Only you, Tifa.
So, it's probably a person.
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
What if I don't want to live a normal life? What? For example, several civilizations developed a bow and arrow independently from another. You could argue if it's creative or not. I would think so. I would think so. Because nowhere... Do we have any like animal or plant that we could have copied that from? But if you take something flexible and you take another thing that is differently flexible, then you can use them to create or to multiply force.
Well, you always have several people who might have the same idea. You don't necessarily need to...
Yeah, but it's not about... No, Tifa, you're arguing a different thing. It's not about whether multiple people can have the same original thought at the same time. Yes, that happens. There are a lot of people on the planet after all. It's about the bow and arrow. Now, my argument is, it's not something that you can copy from nature. There is no plant, no animal that I know of that works like a bow and arrow do. You know, using a hard but flexible material and a more flexible material, and then put an item in between, pull them apart, and then use the physics to go eject. So, I would say that's original. I don't think an AI can do that. Not yet, at least. Maybe at some point there will. Honestly, that should be the goal if we want to go that way with scientific research into this field.
I would think, especially an AI with a lot of knowledge, you can ask to create.
But it will only ever give you things that are similar to the things you fed it during the training process. It might seem new to you, but
everything. I mean, look at ChatGPT. It has the entire internet on it, basically.
Yes.
Which means it has everything. It can combine 1,000 things into something new, technically.
But it cannot come up with a new word.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask it that, and then I'll come back to it.
Go ahead. Everything it puts out is something that it has been trained to do. Or has seen before, for lack of more in-depth terms.
I guess.
Welcome to Jack and Tifa Talk About AI, and try to keep it easy. Imagine the shape of a snowflake. It's an emerged pattern of a water molecule. Can't say that it creates a snowflake. Phrenology can't explain what I mean properly.
Don't fully get it, no.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna go more existential for you just a moment. Would you then say that nature has a conscience that can create if every snowflake is indeed unique? Because where does the shape come from? Why are they always different?
Aren't they like super tiny differences?
No, there are loads of differences, but I think there are repeated like patterns. It's just 1 in billions.
How do we know that every snowflake is unique? No one has ever compared.
I think there have been
all
studies
the
on this,
snowflakes.
and there have been found copies. It's just highly unlikely. It's billions, I believe. I read that somewhere else. I'll look it later. The Gaia theory? A prime mover? I don't know either, but yes. Why did my last message not appear on stream? You would have to ask Twitch support. It happens
I
sometimes.
cannot tell you, there's nothing on our
Don't see
side.
it. No. If we were to delete it, you would be able to tell, because you could see that. As would we, because we're moderators. Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Stop us.
From leaving the room. You know, we're still here, in the Golem Bay.
He just wanted to say hi. He's lonely.
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mighty excited is all.
Makes sense.
Just spit it out.
Can we please ask Cooper, Golem, whatever, how long have you been in maintenance mode? Can you tell?
I think I'm gonna stick with Cooper.
He said it's been years, so...
He's so cute.
I love him so much. So do I. He is probably my favorite character now.
We should find a longer cable for him so that he can come along.
Oh, that would be adorable.
That would be really nice.
Like, we make like a supply run through the entire facility, get all the like power extension cords and just go.
Yeah, or just find a battery he can carry around.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I like a little crank. we get him multiple hamster buddies.
That
Like
would be
install
kinda
like
fun.
these hamster spinning wheels on
Oh,
his
one
like
on
on
his
his
back?
shoulders and stuff. No, then he can't sit down. On his shoulders.
You can sit
And then-
down.
Can we check the dialogue? I got lost. We're trying to ask him, why did you stop us from leaving the room?
It's literally...
At the beginning of his stream.
He was like, hey, stop.
First thing he said on screen.
Or hold up, is what he said. The
Hold-
stream title
hold
is
on,
literally what he
governor.
said. No, he said hold up.
Hold on, Governor.
Definitely said
Check
hold
it.
up. Yeah, but yeah, not in the stream title, in the text. Don't make me go back.
I copied, you can't, it doesn't go that far, and I copied the text off the screen when I watched the VOD.
Just in case.
It doesn't work.
It was definitely hold up.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lot.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts in a moment, but I ain't really supposed to.
Where's his
Same
skin?
thing for the rest of the blokes here.
But I guess we're supposed to look like humans.
Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. It's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton.
Why does everything start with AB?
Wait,
Makes us look right human, it does.
when they're shiny and new. So does that mean it decays or something? It just like, what,
Well-
it vanishes?
I think his was taken off for the maintenance. Just like the rest.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was
Wait.
right in front of you.
I hope, I pray, before we leave, Sigma lifts Golem.
Lives.
Yes.
Why?
Well, we don't know what material these are made from.
As in, picks up.
Yes, they look heavy, right? But it could be... Remember, there are antimatter engines in this game, so we are deep sci-fi. What if these are made from some like super light metal alloy? Okay?
Yeah.
That would mean they also use less energy to move around, I guess.
Are you referring to the picking up Alice?
Yes. There have been 2 instances where Sigma carried another person, and he said, felt lighter than I anticipated, or something like that.
Both for Alice, I believe.
No, I think it was Alice and Quark. What if the reason why these characters are lighter than he thought is because they don't weigh what a normal human of that stature would weigh, but because their insides are super light because they're golems?
I would actually think that he's heavier, but there's also no
That's the question.
reason to pick up.
I think for Alice that might just be another rack joke. Oh! You have a point.
Why? Because they would be heavy.
Yes.
Oh.
Get it? She is so well endowed that she's... Oh, she must be really heavy, right?
I get it.
I usually have the humor of a 12-year-old with these things. Why didn't I think of it? Like aluminium? Likely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of tech in there. Maybe they are heavier than a human of that size and stature. Maybe they are lighter.
Depends on the stuff that's in them, true.
Yeah.
But there's literally no reason to pick them up.
I would give them like a bear hug. Like, I love you, Golem. Okay.
See, right in the middle.
Oh?
Dio.
That's new.
Violation.
Oh. Oh.
That's new.
Cooper's gonna get exterminated.
Rogue processes detected.
This is literally the Matrix. He's going full Agent Smith at the end.
Product ID GTMCMGOLM. Executing emergency deactivation.
No!
He's being turned off.
No! You can't...
Unit GTMCMGOLM. Now inactive.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like you blew out his neck.
That's kind of sad. Kind of feels like he got shot in the head.
Like his spine exploded out of his neck.
Yeah.
What? Oh, blimey, that's a bugger. A little bit of a stiff neck there, ain't it? No.
Yeah, now it's not just his shoulders that are stiff.
I don't think he feels anything anymore because it's gone. I think he's brown bread now.
But that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I left him.
I feel sadder seeing Cooper here go than Dio.
Yeah, I mean, Dio's a piece of shit. So.
No other rogue processes detected in additional Golem platforms.
So,
Returning to surveillance mode.
oh man.
But it's weird to announce this via speaker. I mean, depending on how this goes, I'm thinking the announcement system has the same relationship to the Zero Junior AI as the golems do. So, like, it's another piece of software, but it's technically independent. And the announcement is there for everybody. So that the other golems also know, don't do that. You've been warned. Look at your buddy here.
It would also make sense if, you know, these golems are supposed to live around this base too. Along people, so everyone would know them.
Or maybe
and if
the
something
announcement
happens, then
originally is for Zero. As in the human Zero. You know, so like he's working on stuff in the lab and suddenly he hears the alarm and goes, oh no. Independent thought.
But wait, what did he say before? What was he starting to say?
He wanted to tell us what he wanted to say or why he stopped us. So what are you doing to your earplug?
It was annoying.
Hello,
Okay.
Sabes. Happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Everything he said.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Damn it!
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Right in the middle of what?
An Ambidex Game.
Oh, now it's open. I thought that happened first when the thingy started.
45 minutes.
Yeah, but the
remain
alarm
until
was
Ambidex
different.
Game polling closes.
It is Dio once again. What in the hell?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Shit. Why would they do that?
We have to hurry.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, we did take a lot of time in it.
Good thing we've got the shortest path possible to the elevator. It's 2 rooms.
Wouldn't it suck if this elevator starts malfunctioning?
Egg! Hello, mommy.
Mommy.
Happy Sunday. How are you doing?
Everything he said.
I'm afraid you missed Cooper, also known as Gollum. He was the best character. He's gone too soon.
I really wish he would have stayed there.
Could we have voted to, like, have Dio replaced by Gollum?
This is all Sigma's fault.
How so?
Well, Sigma wanted answers. If he was just happy to not have answers, Gollum would still be with us.
But wait, if the golems are run by the AI, that means the AI itself. What?
And
I'm
by the way,
confused.
we can now activate the other ones.
We need
Because
to pull the cable out.
we just need to move the other columns to the table and put the cable in them.
I guess. We pushed through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and Kay. Hey! What the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
Never turn your back.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Yeah!
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
I hate this guy so much. Allergic to Dio. This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both.
Who's still missing now? Tenmuji, Quark.
We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover.
Oh yeah, Clover.
Still out there somewhere. What are
Yeah.
you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing.
This is
He doesn't give
so
a fuck
annoying.
at all. Can you murder Dio again? That would be very
That
nice.
would be so sweet. Hey, I found the key to your suit. I'll give it to you if you know, do a thing. Kinda surprised that it took you guys so long to just do the Golem dialogue. Must have been longer than I remember. Yeah, and we discussed AI and philosophy and the Chinese room and accents
Probably,
and how Golem is the best character in the game.
sure.
Yeah.
Probably could have done it in half the time.
Why would I have to do anything?
Not skippable.
No, first time we're seeing all of this. We're new on this floor after all.
The same conversation, but with different people.
Different flavor.
Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time?
Oh,
Get set to ally and all 3 of them will get 2 BP.
And now we get the, oh, but look at this note.
but wait, you activated my trap card. No, it don't.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Don't you know?
Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man?
So wait,
In
with
our room.
everyone, is it everyone in the group, as in the 3 people, or is it everyone as in all of us to, like, you know, stimulate some more that someone needs to do?
One person per group has to vote, which is why when it was Tenmyuji and the unconscious Quark, or the missing
No, that
Quark,
I get. But the penalizing.
yes.
He said everyone gets penalized.
Yes.
Everyone in the group of 3, or everyone as in all 9 people?
I guess everybody in that group that went through the door together.
Because if it's like everyone, it's extra motivation to force them to vote. Because if you don't vote, even if I'm in a separate group, you're fucking me too.
No.
Okay, so just 3.
Yes.
Okay, everyone in the group of 3, yeah. That
Hello,
makes sense.
Evie. Happy
Evie.
Sunday. How are you doing?
What he said.
Back me up here, guys.
No,
No.
not really.
He's right.
The
Fine.
the only way, Dio, I will ever back you up is against a wall if I'm driving a truck and I need to park backwards. I said what I said. I'm okay, you guys. You missed the best character in the game and now he's dead.
Our golem just
We made
got
a
killed
robot
off.
friend.
Other than
but,
that, that's okay. It's been a long day. Taxes. Blah.
I did the taxes.
Even then, I had to deal with you doing taxes. That's also...
And earlier you said it was very nice of me and
It is.
you were very happy with that.
It is. I'm happy I don't have to deal with it, but it doesn't make the day any less long.
You were doing other stuff.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you for
Taxes is a draining topic.
Thank you for feeling drained for me.
You're welcome.
It's very sweet.
You're welcome. You still did really well, and I'm still proud of you. And I'm
Press
happy
buttons.
you do it so that I don't have to.
Now I must leave for Dungeons and Dragons. Have a
Have fun.
blast.
Have a
Say
good
hi
session.
to everybody from us. I wish you lots of natural 20s and no critical failure
Failures.
ones. Yep. Do it.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Yeah, you would have.
I
As
mean,
we
his,
know.
His full group is there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
May the dice ever roll in your favor.
What was the hand sign from Hunger Games? This? What wasn't it from the chest? like
Chest or kiss? I don't remember.
I think it was on the chest. I remember that one scene from one of the movies where she did that when everybody died. Kinda didn't work out.
I don't remember. Isn't there a new movie coming out soon?
A prequel, yeah. Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others.
Yeah, so are we, but nobody cares.
If time runs out, they'll...
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
Was this before Quark? Did Quark already have his "we're all gonna die," or was that in a different route at a later time?
I believe Quark had passed out.
I don't remember what happened to Quark in this
I
bit.
believe Quark had passed out, and Tenmyuji was carrying him last we saw him.
Okay. Yeah, but he passed out because in the hallway he went like, "Oh, we're all gonna die," and
Yeah.
then Tenmyuji went like, "Oh, we have to, or I have to go with Quark now."
Passed out, no tantrum. Yeah, he was just speaking weird stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Literally one button press away. I love this. I love this so much. And it used to always be my fault, but again, it's T-Phone controls. You can see my hands. He seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
There we have it.
Isn't it amazing how you as a player might have forgotten, but then the game just reminds you like this? Because,
Gives you a little hint.
hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice?
Oh.
She was here just a minute ago. Okay, Alice gonna die again.
They really got it out.
Oh,
Out for Alice.
this is new.
What's she doing there?
Maybe not this time. The game needs a reminder considering the complexity. Yes, and I think it is amazing that they remembered that it's getting confusing, so they do these things. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when...
The rest came.
Is she planting the bombs? Where
Would
would
they
she?
really put a bomb there in the open? And would she really place it with everyone in the room?
Where would she plant the bombs?
She would at least be like in the back of the site and not in view.
Oh wait, I can think of a reason why Alice would be planting bombs.
And where would she hide it? She'd go like...
They are like telescope bombs. They are really thin, like discs.
Oh, you can just
and then
like...
you just pull them into shape.
pull them out.
Yeah.
I see.
Hear me say this. This is my theory. Alice has planted at least one bomb as a safety measure in case to kill the Free the Soul people in here.
But Alice has never been here. You think she got kidnapped with a bomb in her pocket?
Yeah.
What?
She has a bomb for some. She somehow has a bomb, and she's using it because she believes either a Free the Soul agent is in here, which is true, it's Dio, or it's a Free the Soul facility. And in case they can't get out alive and get rid of the evil terrorists, Sois has instructed her just blow everything up.
I do not disagree, or I do not agree with this, but it's not the weirdest thing you said, so go ahead. You're probably gonna be right anyway. But I see no reason for her to plant the bomb, and especially not in open sight.
It's not like we can disarm them.
Yeah, but why would she give herself away like this?
So, wait, if I'm right, that is so crazy. Then multiple people have multiple reasons to plant bombs. I mean, why not? That would be super crazy, but...
They can swap it in every route someone else plants them.
What do you think Alice and Luna, or who killed Alice and Luna in the K ending? Quark. I think it was Quark.
I still think Alice dies like in all of the thingies because of Radical 6.
Nah, it's always Quark. Quark is the mysterious killer.
Of Luna maybe, yes. But I'm quite sure Alice is the same in all of them. It's Radical 6 every single time. I don't think there's a difference in how she dies.
Quark. Whoa, hey guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Oh, Quark's missing.
Did something happen to him? He disappeared!
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone! We can't find him anywhere!
Have you met my friend Gollum?
When was the last time you saw him?
We now have a lot to go over, Dio, in the 40 minutes we have left.
Last time we saw him, he was about this tall. Been a while.
He wears a hat?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
All right.
Okay, so Quark is missing again.
Why does he always vanish? And how does he manage?
Alice is in the
We need to
corner.
split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay.
Good
I
thing
need to
we
go
have
tell
40 minutes.
Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that.
What is Alice doing there? Aren't we
Planting a
all
bomb.
curious on why she's sitting there in the corner?
He's 100% planting the bomb.
Well, we just left, so we're not gonna find out.
Oh yeah, let's check the 3-door room. Usually a dead person is in there. Hey! Quark! Quark!
And no one.
Wrong door.
He could have been enjoying the poster. And
Nope.
no.
Like I said, it's the 3-door.
It's always 3.
Yeah. I wonder why though. He's not here.
We only checked half of the rooms.
There are 100 better places to plant a bomb and better times.
Exactly.
I think... I agree with you, but I think there's a reason for this.
Of course
Like
there's a reason she's there.
Like
but
they're supposed to be found.
not like that.
He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other 2 either.
Oh, okay.
There's no one here.
Then me, JNK and the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Okay. Also, do you see the amount of rooms we cannot enter, but that are on the map? There are so many places to hide.
I think we've been in most of them there.
No, I mean the ones with a little X's mean that they have been blocked off.
Oh.
So there are so many rooms that somebody with access to these doors could just hide in.
Fair enough.
Just not us, because video games. You went through the red door with Dio and K, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of the door?
You want to see it?
Yeah. Maybe Quark went there.
What I don't get is why can't we just like take a peek? Also take a peek in the other room and then decide which way to go. We can technically look into both rooms.
Yeah.
From where we're standing.
We need to do the horror movie thing where we split up. So that if somebody ends up dead, everybody is shocked.
I mean, sure. Hey, at this point it still makes sense because no one's really dead yet. Because, oh wait, that old lady is
Yeah.
dead.
You had a point until you didn't.
I was like, this is before all the murder, so we can safely split up, but we do technically have a murder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fine. Follow me.
So why wouldn't you just say what we found?
Doom, 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 doom.
Pantry.
Whoa, the
okay.
pantry. I might as well have a snack.
This is...
The pantry.
Pantry.
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
Oh, they even
They
ate
were
some.
smart and had some food.
Makes sense.
You ate it.
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai.
What?
They had all these dishes.
What? Now I'm
But
hungry.
then again, it's processed food, so it's probably like
I don't
small.
care. Schnitzel! Exactly. The German-Austrian sign of culture.
I kind of want to imagine they like grabbed the schnitzel, put it in a blender, dried it out into dust.
If it still tastes good.
And then you have like powdered schnitzel where you just need to add some water to it.
If it still tastes good.
I mean, and then you get some pre-chewed consistency schnitzel.
If it's between starving and eating processed food like that, I guess I'll just eat the processed food like that.
I mean, that is true.
Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta too.
That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
She thinks.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Just stop.
Actually, I usually have to think too. I can't.
I don't even know where to start here. 1. By the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2. You think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3. How on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Oh snap! The clapback!
Well,
Damn! Damn. You need to eat a lot to reach Alice's proportions. Yep. All that mass has to come from somewhere. Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little.
Sorry.
I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Fair. I didn't get to make that sound since Golden Sun. Wait.
Go for it.
Me. Good. Thank you.
It was the best g I have heard all year.
It reminds me of my choking grandmother. Not mine, it was in a game. Fine, or whatever.
That was also in Golden Sun.
That's where that happened, I think. So, this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh?
Well, thanks to Fi, not anymore.
She ate food for like a year. Looks like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah, the use-by date is about 100 years from now.
We might have already reached that.
Oh, damn, you have a point. We don't know what year it is. Yeah. How about water?
There's a tank over there.
Some things never expire though. Like, it might have a date on it, but you can still use it.
Yeah. Twinkies.
It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was safe?
I guess you could say that.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. So, you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous?
I mean, that kind of makes sense. With water, it can get dirty.
Contaminated. Yeah.
It's been sitting in this thing for who knows how many years. And if it's like processed food, the chance of that going bad is like...
Had sauerkraut that was a year over the date, but it was in my fridge. It was still good. Yeah, I mean...
So many things you can still eat after the date.
In my experience with almost any type of food, look at it. Do you see anything that's gone bad? No. Smell it. Does it smell bad? No. Taste a little bit. Does it still taste good? If all three are clear, then it's probably still safe to eat.
The only thing where I would actually look at the date is with like meat, but even then you can see, smell, check if it's still good. But with everything else, I'm like, fuck it.
With meat, preferably cook it first. If you still do the taste thing, because don't just lick a chicken breast fillet that has been in the fridge for like 2 weeks longer than it should have. Like,
yeah, but I mean, usually you can also then tell if it gone bad, like if it gets slimy, for example.
I've never touched raw meat. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, fair.
I always avoided that.
Makes sense.
Now I won't anymore anyway.
But with like all other things, I'm like...
With L.
All other things, I'm like... Can still eat that?
Oh.
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Ah, that could be delicious.
Twice cooked pork.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of pork in general.
I'm pretty sure you've had that before when we went to a Chinese restaurant.
I've never eaten pork in a Chinese restaurant.
I think I have, once.
No.
No?
No. The only pork I really eat, or have eaten, is bacon. I tried something from yours once on a plate at the Croatian restaurant. Like these little pork chop thingy steaks.
A cutlet.
A cutlet. That was absolutely disgusting. That was not nice. But then again, I didn't grow up eating pork, so I think it's like an acquired taste.
Twice cooked pork. Did I hear that line in 999 somewhere? I could swear. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Were you flexitarians? I became full-time vegetarian 7.5 years ago. We moved in 8 years ago, so like half a year after we moved in here, I became a vegetarian.
That sounds about right. I think I fall under flexitarian.
She's too lazy to cook something with meat, so when we make dinner it's something, or when we make food it's something I can eat, which is vegetarian or vegan, accidentally.
I have no problem with that. Yeah. I would say I eat meat like once a month.
On average.
On average, yeah.
Yeah. Last thing about twice cooked pork, there's one thing I still haven't found a good recipe for to try to make ourselves. And the problem is I've had that dish in multiple Chinese restaurants in different places and it was always different. So I don't know if one I think it is actually the one that it is.
But what is it?
I think it was called Ku Lao Yuk. It was these like pork balls in this like breading. And then after you fry that, so it's like crispy.
Okay.
And then it was slathered in this sweet sour sauce. So it was like sticky and sweet and a bit sour, but also spicy. And it was the kind of like flavor combination. Just talking about it makes my mouth water actually. It's one of the very few dishes I miss.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Delicious. It's delicious. It's kind of like orange chicken.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. The sauce is different. It's a sweet and sour and spicy sauce, but the idea is the same, I guess.
Okay.
Need to find a recipe.
Don't think so. Can try to recreate that with like
Fire's
soy.
made me hungry. Let's continue. Oh, for God's sake! Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork.
What is it?
How do you literally cook that? Because that sounds really nasty.
No, it's prepared twice.
Oh, okay.
It's not cooked. Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe that.
Bullshit.
Oh, come on. At least let me tell you first. Is Phi Von Karma's daughter?
They all have this.
Like imagine the... No, but...
Dio has had it, Clover has it.
First you prepare it in the oven, then you reheat it in the microwave. I don't think that's what the restaurant does.
It has to be a microwave
sure,
though.
Potentially. Alright. I explained how we'd found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of a green door and how we'd met a robot there named Golem who told a very interesting story.
Oh wait, everyone must have heard the...
Chinese room story? I guess.
No, not the Chinese room story, but the fact that Golem here, the Cooper, got destroyed.
I don't know if it was like a local announcement or an everywhere announcement. And? Yes?
I see. So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see you right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words... Sigma! Phi!
They found...
Wait. Right in the middle of, can be so many things. Right in the middle of...
This story, this thing I was doing.
Right in the middle of maintenance. Right in the middle of you leaving. I interrupted you. And she goes, China.
Well, he probably told the story of the Chinese
Middle of
room.
a chest, potentially. Murder, yeah.
He also told the story of the Chinese room, I guess. And then the connection makes a tiny bit more sense.
I Mandela affected myself. We heard that phrase an hour ago. There you go. At least you figured it out.
I mean, that is true. Should we also use this moment as a save file?
I guess.
It's a good...
It's just Quark again.
cliffhanger. I mean, yeah, we found Quark, but still.
Fine. Just because I love you.
I
A
mean,
little bit less for this, but still.
I mean, they must have found Quark.
I keep clicking on this question mark because I want it gone.
That makes sense. We already have a peek here.
Do you remember what he said just before the red in the middle? No. I barely remember what I said 2 sentences ago.
It was about why he stopped us.
Yes.
And then I don't remember what the exact words were. Basically.
You're wrapping up? Yep. Very slowly.
It's time to prepare for bed and then be upstanding members of society again tomorrow by showing up for work.
Weak.
I'll tell my boss I can't come to work because it's weak.
Also, for like, for purposes of the gameplay parts of the stream having a nice flow, it makes sense to leave off whenever a cliffhanger happens. Because if we stop playing in the middle of a conversation, that just makes it harder to follow what's happening. You know, it makes sense if there's like a self-contained like story bit that we...
It can be hard to save in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to find the right spots to go. Here's where we stop.
I could hear your brain do overtime in the little break. Yeah, very weak. Thank you. It's true, but still. At least Tuesday's a holiday in Germany. Yep, I got the day off. I can sleep in.
Same. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I really like days off in the middle of the week. Like if
Yes.
it's like a Wednesday, it breaks it up so nice. It sucks.
It's a Tuesday, but still.
Yeah, but it sucks when a holiday is on the weekend. It feels like they took that day for me, you know what I mean?
Which is why I'm still in favor that Germany should adapt the same system the British use and the Spanish and a bunch of other countries,
Yes.
but those are the first two that come to mind. If a public holiday falls on a weekend,
It
then
gets
the day
moved.
off gets moved to the Friday or the Monday. And that just makes sense. Give your people a long weekend that they deserve.
Everyone should do that. It's like the past 2 or 3 years. Christmas was so shitty. Like if you don't work in the weekends, most of those days fell on the weekend.
Yeah, like the
And it's
actual
like-
holidays were Saturday and Sunday. It's like, could have had a 4-day weekend, but no, it's just 2 days.
Yeah, those days were taken from us.
Yeah, should give them back.
It's a bit better again this week or this year. And I think
Yeah.
next year is really nice.
No,
Then
this
everything
year-
is during the week.
This year is perfect because the 25th and the 26th and
No,
the
no, no.
1st, which are the holidays, like actual holidays in Germany, are on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, but the 24th and the 31st are in the weekend, so it's not perfect. It's only perfect if the 24th until the 26th, the 31st and the 1st all fall during the week.
No, because I need to work the 24th and the 31st. This
I have
holidays
half
this
a
year
day
is
on those
perfect
days.
to me. I don't. So you bugger off. I like it this way. I'll still be ill tomorrow, but hopefully a little bit better at least. Remember to
steps.
drink a lot. Kinda anxious about work. I have to delegate work to a co-worker and I'm unsure about some work steps. I worry more than you have to. I think the first step is knowing that you worry more than you have to.
That doesn't usually help though.
No, but I'm serious.
But it's probably more complicated in your mind than it actually is. So.
Yeah, I find it that if I'm nervous about like telling people to, like when they need to do something, and I really worry about that, like usually it's unfounded. All you can do really is tell your coworker what they need to be doing, and if you can tell them how to do it, you can tell them how you recommend them doing it, and that's all you can do.
They'll probably figure it out as well.
Yeah, exactly. Experience tells them it will go alright, but the feeling always stays.
Yeah.
That's very, is that a word, dutiful of you? I don't think that's a bad attitude to have about this, but
It's like when you leave the house for a vacation and then these thoughts like, oh, did I turn off the stove come into your head? Or did I turn off the light
Kind
in
of.
this room? It's kind
Yeah.
of like the same
it's
feeling.
the doubt.
Yeah.
What if something goes wrong? What if I
It's this
didn't tell them
nagging thing in the back
the
of your
one
mind.
thing that did go wrong once 10 years ago, if I already did another mistake? And like, there is no possible way, or basically there is no way of having somebody have all the knowledge that you have, unless you've always like tandem worked together, I guess. Don't overthink it. And like if you catch yourself overthinking, just take a breath.
It's probably not going to ease your mind, but I am 100% sure it's going to be alright.
Yeah, and hey, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, and then when you're back, you guys get to fix it. You know, it sucks.
Basically that, yeah.
Just because something goes wrong is not the end of the world. Like, this is something I need to learn myself. Like, I can tell this to others, but like when I'm sitting here and stuff breaks, or during the pre-stream rituals of setting stuff up, something doesn't work, I get super anxious. I like my blood pressure rises through my nose and all that. I was like, stuff's gonna go wrong, and then you just fix it. That's all it can do. So, you know.
So the minor stuff I can repair rather quickly.
See? Exactly. Yeah. And
just enjoy your night for now, and tomorrow
ultimately
will be fine.
Is your co-worker completely alone? Are they the only person there that can do the thing? Most likely there are other people there, right? But they can also just ask for help. So it's unlikely to be alone at work, ever. At least where I work. So, you know. Either way, life goes on. Whatever happens, you can deal with it. Take a breath.
That's gonna be fine.
Exactly. If you want to be super nice, and if you can't stop your mind from racing, my recommendation, start writing down everything. You know? Like every single thing. Oh, what if this goes wrong? Write it down. If this goes wrong, you do this. If you know?
Depends on...
Take that opportunity, I guess, or make it an opportunity to prepare.
Depends on what it is, I would say. Like if there are actually if it's something that is repeatable work, like this is something that will come back, it's definitely handy to write it down.
I was just thinking, what if I write down? See?
It's like a troubleshooting path.
Yeah, that one shared brain cell. Get off my head. I've been in that situation so many times. And, you know, either you can go the I'll just let things be the way they will turn out to be thing, which is not a bad attitude to have. I mean, it's easier for yourself, I guess. Or if you just cannot do that, write it down. You know, give that to them. And if I would then worry, oh, what if they take it negatively? You can also just go with the truth.
You take steps that you wrote down negatively.
I have recently had the experience that somebody I work with took it very negatively when they were told how to do a certain thing. It was never, the situation was never intended to be as such, but they took it negatively.
Yeah, but is that like criticism or like you telling, hey, please take over this and do that?
Neither, but going into detail will take too long.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
That's also just communication. If you go, hey, you'll probably do just fine, but I'm like super anxious about this for no good reason, so I wrote down everything. They can still decide to throw it away, but you did what you could do. That's all you can do. You know? Stories from a person who tends to overthink things dramatically. Learn from my experiences, or don't.
I guess that is true.
As I finish my coffee.
Well, while you finish your coffee, I say we go drop by at Youth, who is... I'm actually not sure what she's doing. It is an art stream, I believe.
Working on drawing prompts. Ooh, that sounds cool.
Oh, okay.
That's nice. I
wasn't sure what I was looking at first, but...
Thanks for the stream. See you Tuesday. Thank you for being here. And
yeah.
First, I need to set up the raid now that I've got control back of the keyboard and stuff.
Hope everyone has a great start of the week on Monday. I'm expecting a very no stress kind of Monday.
Why does
saying that
Twitch
Jack
suddenly
is
look
stressing
different
out?
for me? Oh my god! No!
You can also start a raid manually in chat if you lost the buttons.
Twitch is so weird for me today. It just showed us the chat rules. Like, this is the very first time I'm here. It's like, I'm the person streaming. I know this.
I don't think Twitch really sees that.
Yeah, I guess like something with cookies went bad or something. If you cannot stick around for the raid, please check out Youth whenever it's convenient for you. You should. She's cool.
But you can also do /rate and then the name of the person.
I hate that. I always mess it up. There are multiple ways to rate somebody. I can either use a command, which usually goes wrong with me because I am not good at that, or I just do this through the Stream Manager, which is what I'm doing.
I thought you couldn't find the button anymore.
Yeah, that was my problem. But now I have, so now the raid is starting. This thing is kind of in the way today. I don't know why.
Can't tell you. I'm happy with it.
Let me finish setting up. One more thing, and there we go.
So wish you all an awesome Monday. We will be back on Tuesday with Virtue's Last Reward, and Jack can do the rest.
I will say all the things you just said, except during the end of stream dance. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. If you can, please stick around for the raid. We'll be back on Tuesday with more Virtue's Last Reward. See you then. Bye!